Okay, I seem to have come up with a solution. Welcome back to Steven's Sausage Roll. But, check this out. I haven't tried this 100% yet, but I think I am definitely on the right track with this. If I start out by pushing the top layer off, then maneuver it like this, I can get that to happen. And with that power, I can then push these dudes over here, push them one down, and then, check this out. Oh, which allows me to then slide these one more, and voila! We have 4 independent sausage stacks that I can then maneuver independently and get into the correct locations. Oh, this is perfect. I was fiddling around a little with this outside of recording, and I was able to do this backwards, but now I've got it the right way. Backwards as in, instead of the upper one being further out than the lower one, it was the lower one further out, which ultimately did not work. But now, with this setup, I should be able to push these over all the way. Aha! Alright, so now it's just a matter of pushing these out a little bit more. Perfect. And these two. Nope. Thank God for the undo feature. Now, all I've got left to do is push those each in one. Awesome. And just like I tested out in, I guess, 2 episodes ago, push those aside and move it on the other way. Awesome. Okay, I think that's it. This puzzle really depends on realizing that the sausages will move under your feet after you do that, which is kind of critical. Also introduces a lot of potential for future puzzles, but we'll leave that for later. But there it is, the tower has been climbed. That is 8 delicious sausages, all cooked to perfection. And we've toppled it. Alright, cool. So that leaves only 1 or 2 more, I think. Maybe just 1. No, 2. Maybe 3. Well, let's get started. Barrow set. Oh, I'm so happy to be past that one. That took forever to figure out. Barrow set, what could that mean? Perhaps set implies that we have to use the 2 sausages in tandem? Who knows? I can push this across like that. That's nice. And then I can get this sausage to push it a little further. Well, that's nice. That's real good. Okay. So if I do that, I can then come over here. No. Nope. I can cook it a little bit. And I cook it on this side. Okay. What does that accomplish? Not much. Oh, but then I can pierce it up like this and slide it through. Okay, I think I see what's going on here. Then if I push... Okay, then if I push this fella through, I'll be able to get the other one. So it looks like barrow set means you need to have one of the sausages in order to push the other. So we can cook and cook. And then bring it back over. But what to do with the other side? We still need to find a way to turn the sausage over before cooking it. And I don't know if that's going to happen before or after we push it across to the other side like that. So let's try and play around with grabbing the sausage. I can bring it off like that. Is there any way to grab a sausage when it's on one of the alternate rows? There is if we fuck around with the sausages a little bit. Let's see. give me 1 second to try this. Also, I apologize for the language. Alright. Alright. What if we pierce it from this side? Does that do anything of interest? Not really. Yay. I did it. I just need a way to turn this sausage around. Actually, hold on a second. Maybe I'm overthinking this. What if I just unpierce it after I grab it and then cook it whole like that? I think I might be thinking way too far into this. So one of them gets across like that. The other pushes it over. Then I climb over here. Grab it. Ungrab it. Oh yeah, what am I talking about? All you have to do is roll it while it's still on the thing. Yeah, easy. Okay, cool. That was more trouble than I thought it was. I mean, less trouble, I guess, than I thought it was. But in the end, turned out not to be so bad. So then we just bring this fully cooked one over. And then have him push his friend. Like that. Yeah. Then unhook it. Unhook it and cook it. That's the slogan. It's a good slogan. Awesome, okay, that one was actually not bad. Thanks for balancing the puzzles. So some of them are not as hard as other ones. Let's leave that one. Oh, there are 3 more, really? Oh, okay, let's try this. Fallow earth. We've got 1 sausage. Whoa. It's so simple. I love it. Oh, this isn't what I wanted. Okay. Now I can never unhook it like that. We're gonna need to do something tricky here, aren't we? What if I go over here and then push it down? Alright, let's try something. Let's try something sneaky. Push it down first without cooking any of it. I'm going to do that whole thing where I push it up there to get it out of the way, come over here to bring it down. And now that I have it there, I can push it up and then over, which allows me to grab it. And then cook it on both sides. Oh, but then I can't get it back through. Ooh, that's no good. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. Okay, so it's trickier than it seems at first glance. Yet still only 1 sausage. We're going to need to make some weird maneuvers, I'm sure. Yay, we're back to the beginning. I did it. What was the point of that? I have no idea. So there's only 1 sausage, so it's not like we're going to have to do anything tricky with the maneuvering it around itself. Impaling it here and then bringing it over here to unimpale doesn't actually do anything of value. If I could get the other side cooked at the very beginning, that would be great. I would love that. What if I impaled it on this side for some reason. Does that give me anything? Is there anything I can do with this? No, because there's no way I can unhook it. Is there any other way I could impale it on that side later, maybe? After cooking the other side? Because that might be helpful, actually. I believe I can still exit while I have a sausage on my fork, if I'm not mistaken, which I might be. What if I impale it from the right? That might be an interesting thought, actually. Actually, it doesn't really seem to help. Also, why is this called fallow earth? I don't quite understand what that means. Okay, I can't actually impale it from the left. So that's out. Actually pretty restrictive what you can do in this puzzle. There's not a lot going on here, but that also means there's not a lot that I can do. There must be a solution in here somewhere, though. Yeah, if I try to do that, it'll just burn it the second time I pass through. What's the point of this whole section over here? I guess unhooking it and then bringing it back over. Why do I want to do that, though? Yay, artificial resets. Okay. If I push it across like this, there's no reason to impale it like this. There's absolutely no valid reason why I'd want to do that, so I shouldn't do that. All that remains is to cook it on that other side. But how do I do that? I mean, if I can impale it like this, that would probably allow me to do that. Yeah, see, look, there's the exit. And then I burn it and it disappears. I can't actually get out of here while holding this sausage. So I need to find a way to cook it both at the same time, which I could do if I had it impaled on the left instead of the right. I wish I could do that thing where I like kind of switch the roll orientation of the sausage, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like that's an option. At least none that I can see. Nope. No. This is bad. See, I'm so close by doing that. It's right there. It's finished, but I can't get to it because I can't unhook this sausage, and no matter where I go, it burns it. There must be something I'm missing here. Some other thing I can do. Because right now it seems like I'm kind of out of options. It's got to have something to do with impaling it, because this is Island 2, and I'm not walking on it or anything. There's got to be more to it than this. What am I missing here? What is the way out? What's the solution? I can't impale it from this side. Not that I'd have any reason to, really. Oh, come on. I am so close. This has got to be something. The only options for impaling it are either having it in this position and then going in from this way, or having it in the first position, like this, and going in like that. This way of impaling it doesn't seem to do anything, because I can't get it off of my thing, of my fork. So that's off. The only other option is getting it in this position and then going at it from the bottom half. If it's resting against this part, I can't actually impale it because I don't have enough room to go towards it. Why is this so tricky? Because, like, the thing is, I'm missing something, but there's not a lot that I can miss on an island this small. Yay. Sausage, give me your secrets. Show me the way to go. Show me the answer to this particular conundrum. Yay. No. Oh, come on. Okay, here's an idea. Let's try doing that first, then impaling it. Wait, is that seriously it? Did I just do it? Let's see if that helped. That might be the ticket. Yeah, that's it. We're done. It was that simple. You had to push it up at the start. Bam. Wow, that was weird. It was so simple. And I didn't see it until trying some random thing. I guess you just... The moral of the story is try stuff until it works. Try different stuff. Hooray. Awesome. Thanks for watching.